Hey y'all, this is Rye here with Rise Vibes TV, and I am just so excited to be talking on this topic today. I love talking about this. Okay, this is a very, very important topic. It's very, very fun, and I just love talking about it. And we are talking about sex. Today we're talking about sex. S-E-X. Talk about sex. Hey! Alright, I got a request from one of my sisters, and she asked if I could do a video just, talking about sex and its power and, religious aspects of it and sex before marriage and all that stuff. So I'm just so excited to make this video for you guys. Let me start off by saying this. This is going to be a very, very informational and educational video. And a lot of times when I get downloads of information, I'm kind of just, it's like word vomit. Like it just kind of just splatters out my mouth. So in order for me to keep this very clear and concise and in order, I'm gonna kind of like separate this in like segments. Okay. So or parts. All right. So part one is going to be, I'm going to talk about the I don't want to say the wrong ideas of sex, but the perceptions of sex that have been misconstrued throughout time. All right, the religious aspect of sex and the cultural aspect of sex, and why those aspects have been misconstrued and aren't really fully giving the true essence of what sex is. Okay, so then in segment 2, I'm going to talk about what sex actually is, what it is meant to be for you and for your partner, and how and just what it really is. Okay, then in part 3, I'm going to talk about marriage. Okay, what is marriage and sex before marriage and that whole like ideology that kind of ties into the religious aspect, but I'm going to talk about that. And then step 4, I'm going to talk about how you can use sex and the power and the just everything that it involves, how you can use it for your ultimate good, and like you will experience an amazing like sex. It will just be incredible. Okay, so let's go right in. So part 1, the religious and the cultural aspect of sex. All right, and like I said, I don't like to say that things are wrong or anything like that, because you may hold on to your religious beliefs, and that's you. Okay, so what's right for you may be wrong for me. What's wrong for me may be right for you. All right, so, and that's the thing with spirituality. Like we all are on our own journeys. We're all on our own paths. No judgment, no anything. Just it is what it is. Okay, but for me, and just in general, the westernized religion, and keyword westernized, okay, because in Eastern religion culture, sex is something that is praised. Sex is something that is beautiful and sacred, and it's holy. Okay, like it's not a taboo, it's not a dirty, sinful thing. That's westernized, that's European, that is that religious beliefs. The Hindus and the Eastern culture, they praise sex. They came up with the Kama Sutra, the tantric sex, the tantric yoga. Like that is where that came from. Whereas with westernized religion, Christianity and Catholicism, it's more of a sinful, dirty, wrong, you need to abstain. You have the monks, the nuns, the clergymen, the people that literally like castrate themselves in order to be more holy. Like they abstain from sex. And it's just extreme. Like it's not any of that. Like it's not sinful, it's not dirty, it's not wrong. Like God is not mad at you. Like God made you as a being, a sexual being. Like you are a being that is supposed to have sex. Like you are a sexual being. Like period. Like you are, and that is the power and the gift that has been given to you as a means to create. Okay, so the religious beliefs and all that's just like no. And for me, I personally had to unlearn a lot of religious programming and conditioning in regards to sex. When I started to heal and I got on my spiritual path and I started to heal my sacral chakra, I had to heal those beliefs regarding sex. Because when I was growing up, the way I viewed sex was stay away, it's wrong, it's bad, it's sinful, it's dirty, and I noticed that when I would have sex, like those thoughts would be in my subconscious mind, and I really wasn't able to fully be in it and tap into my sexual energy, my sexual power, and be able to, you know, create and enjoy sex for what it really is. So I had to unlearn those belief systems and those lies, okay? And some of you may have to do that. I want you to know that sex is good for you. Like, and tapping into your sexual energy is like amazing. It is amazing. That is where your power literally lies. Like law of attraction, manifestation, and everything. It is very closely tied and linked into your sexual energy. And you can be celibate and still be tapped into your sexual energy. Okay, trust me, you can. All right, so then we have the other extreme, the cultural view of sex, which is the abuse of sex, you know, the pornography, the demonizing it, the abusing it, you know, using it for monetary value, using it to demean men, using it to get some sort of monetary exchange from the man. You know, it's not, it's too, like, I understand sexual freedom, and yes, you should be sexually free. That's just done. Like, that's just a baseline. Yeah, you're supposed to be sexually free, but to use sex as a means to get some sort of monetary value or power is not, no, like that's not what sex is supposed to be. Okay, so the religious and the cultural aspects of sex, you got to unlearn those. Like, throw it away. All right, so now moving on to part 2. What is sex? What is sex? Sex is sacred energy exchange. Sex is sacred energy exchange. Let's break up the word. Sacred. Holy exchange. Holy interaction, a holy exchange, a holy, I'm giving you, you're giving me, of holy energy. Like, it's serious stuff. Okay, it's sex is very, very powerful. Sex is very, very serious. All right, and I think what happens is the religion sees it as it's so serious, it's so powerful that they use it as a means to abstain and repress it, and then the culture sees it as it's so powerful, let me abuse it. Spirituality says this is powerful and it's beautiful, and let me interact in this act as a mean to create, as a mean to bond. It is a bonding tool between you and your partner, or you know, whatever. It's a bonding tool. It's a tool to exchange information and downloads of energetic fields of two people. That is sex. It's sacred energy exchange. Okay, it's holy exchange of energies. So when you are having sex with someone, and I'm a lady, so I'm going to be really particularly speaking with the ladies. Like, ladies, our wombs are literally sacred portals, okay? A life form, a soul comes into our being and grows from the act of sex. So when that man is having sex with you, every thrust is an affirmation, is an exchange, is a transmission, is transmitting a transmutation of energy that he is giving to you. Okay, and especially when he releases his seed into you, he is releasing his information into you, and those informations mix, hence with DNA. Okay, hence a baby. All right, it's the man's information, the masculine information, and the feminine information mixing together. All right, this is why you must be careful with whom you have entering into your sacred portal. This is why. Not because God is going to be mad at you. It's not because this God in the sky is going to be finger wagging and pointing his finger at you and like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't be having sex. No, it's because when you are having sex with someone who is not, when you are having a sacred energy exchange with someone who is not in alignment with you, you are sinning against yourself. It's against you. It's not against God. You and God are one. It's you. You're sinning against yourself. You're defiling your own body. You're defiling your own temple because you are allowing someone to download information into your portal and they are not aligned with you. They are not aligned with your soul and they're not giving you good information. And a lot of times we know Okay, this is why, you know, we have the Sierra and her ex, and then Future, I think that's his name, and then Sierra and Russell Simmons. You see that meme, like, same woman, but different penises and different men can have a totally different effect for the woman. The woman can literally turn into a totally different person based on the penis that is going inside her coochie, all right? And that's just real. And based on the information that man is downloading into her portal, all right? It will literally, like, this is why sometimes when you have sex with certain men and you feel like you just feel like shit afterwards, you're like, ugh. You know, like you just feel so dirty and you feel like gross and you feel like he was just using you for sex and it wasn't like a love-making bonding experience. It was just like you were basically just a machine for him to just get off. You know what I'm saying? And you feel that and you know that. That's because that information that was downloaded into you was, I'm using you. Because that's where his mind is, that's where his heart is, that's where his spirit is. Then you feel used, okay, energetically. As opposed to when you are having sex with a man who is aligned, who loves you, who wants to see you grow, who wants to, he is good soil, okay? When you are having sex with a man like that, and I'm sorry, I may get like too into that because that's what I experienced and that's what I'm experiencing now. It changes your life, okay? It changes your freaking life, like in every way. Like things get better, all right? You'll notice that, like, and it's the same thing with men. Like, men, you need to be careful with who you're putting your sacred love pipe into, okay? Whose portal you are connecting with. Because a lot of times you can have sex with these women and they have bad energies, bad spirits, you know, not good intentions, and it can corrupt you and it can corrupt your life, all right? And you start manifesting things that you do not and attracting things that you don't necessarily want into your life, okay? And just as this a little side note, like, when I was married and before, and when me and my ex would have, like, it was just not, like, no. And I felt like I was just not in a good place. I was very depressed, very just like, I was having anxiety attacks, just all that. But when I got with my man now, my king, whom I love so much, he's so aligned, you guys. Like, when we got together, my life started to change. Like, doors started opening for me. Like, I was able to, I grew, I'm growing, I'm evolving, I'm discovering deeper aspects of myself. And it's because of the soil that I'm planted in. It's because of the energy and the information that he is downloading into me and that I'm downloading into him. Like, he's manifesting better things. He's becoming a better version of himself. We're becoming better versions of ourselves together. And it's because of and it has to do with the energy exchange that we have between each other. So that is what it is, you guys. It is sacred energy exchange. It is very, very, very important, okay? This is why you must, sorry y'all, I'm sweating. I just came from the gym. I was just so excited to make this video. But this is why you must be cautious of who you exchange energies with, okay? So number 3, let's move it on to number 3. So marriage, okay? The whole sex before marriage and all that. First of all, we have to understand that a lot of the things that were taught to us and that were given to us are used for our control, okay? It's a Europeanized, westernized religion, okay? Let's get back to the root, okay? Let's get back to what our ancestors and what the people prior to colonization did, okay? So the Hebrew people, this is what marriage was to them, all right? If a man wanted to marry a woman, what he would do was go to her father and he would give an exchange. Okay, keyword exchange. What is sex? Sacred energy exchange. So the man would go to the father and he would give the father an exchange, like give him gold or give him an animal, give him something as a means to, I want your daughter. As an exchange, I would like to have your daughter. I would like for her to be my wife. I would like to have sex with her. I would like for her to I would like to be one with her. So there would be an exchange between the man and the father. All right. And after that, the father would give the man his daughter. And what they would do is, this was the wedding ceremony, okay? Like, we have these big ass wedding ceremonies and pay all this money or go to a courthouse or whatever. This is what was actually done. They would go into a tent and lay down a white sheet and they would have sex, okay? And then the man would put the white sheet out of the tent and wave it around, and people would clap and cheer. If there was blood on the sheet, that means that her hymen was broken and that the covenant was made and they are now married. So what is marriage? Sex. Okay? That is marriage. That consummation. All right? That is marriage. That is what makes you married. This is why a lot of y'all need to be careful, because when you are bonding with someone, when you are having sex, when you're having a sacred energy with her, you are literally becoming one with that person. You are marrying that person. You are binding yourself to that person. So the whole sex before marriage and all that whatever BS, when you have sex, you are married. That is what marriage is. It's not what we do in this American culture, this Europeanized, westernized religious culture where you go to a courthouse and you get the government involved and all that, like get the piece of paper. Like, no, it's consummation. That is what sex really is. Okay? I mean, that is what marriage really is. It's consummation. This is why you have couples that I know a couple that were married, but they didn't have sex. For some weird, odd reason. They never had sex. They were sleeping in 2 separate rooms. And what happened was when they went to divorce or whatever, it wasn't considered a divorce. It was considered an annulment. They weren't considered married. Why? Because they never consummated. Okay? I tried to get my marriage annulled, y'all, because we were only married 6 months. But because we had sex, we could not get it. We couldn't get it annulled. Okay? It was considered a marriage because you have sex. Sex is what makes you married. So stop marrying people that are not supposed to be with you. Okay? Sex. Okay? So number 4, how to use sex and sexual energy for your ultimate good. You guys, like, once you break free, once you break free from the religious and the cultural misconstrued ideas of sex, and you really, really begin to tap into the spiritual aspect of what it is, the sacred energy exchange, and you are able to attract a partner into your life who is aligned with you. They may not be as deep or whatever, but they are aligned with you. Their soul is aligned with yours, and you have sex with them. You guys, it is like incredible. Like, I've had experiences with sex where like for hours. That's another thing. Men, y'all need to learn, men need to learn that sex is not just for their pleasure. Okay? Stop seeing it as a end goal result. And this is what Big Mike tells me, not to give too much of our information because it is very sacred and I hold what we have very dear, but my man can go for hours. Literally hours. We go hours, okay? I don't know how anyone else to explain it. And what he said was, you train your mind to, and this is very Easternized. This is very what Eastern Indians do. You know what I'm saying? You train your mind to focus on the moment, the present moment, and the enjoyment of bonding with your lover, binding the souls together. It's more than just busting a nut, just putting it out there. Okay, it's way more than that. It is a binding experience, okay, where you two are intimately intertwined and interwoven together. All right, that is what it's supposed to be. And when as a man, when you view it as that, then you're able to hold in your seed. And there's other exercises and things and it takes a lot of discipline and just understanding, within your heart and within your spirit and your soul. I am here to please this woman. I am here to bond with her. I am here to create a connection with her. I'm here to be intimate with her, to discover aspects of her soul more than her body. And really what happens is as you keep that in and you don't release so fast, you hold in and it builds up this pressure. Then when you actually do have that orgasm, it's like an experience. It's like a kundalini awakening. You feel it through your spine, all the way through your crown chakra. You feel it all the way in your entire being. It's not just from your ball in your penis. Like, you feel it throughout your whole being. Women, we can do the same thing. When our sacral chakras are healed, when we've healed ourselves, okay? If you've been molested or raped, you need to heal. If your mother or your grandmother, your great grandmothers, your ancestors were molested and raped, you need to heal your sacral chakra, okay? Trauma is stored in the cellular molecular structure of our wombs. So we need to heal that, okay? We need to heal our portals from the belief systems, from the negative connotations that we have with sex. Heal so that you can really be present and enjoy. And what it does is it puts you in a state of meditation. Like, for women, it really, really, really does. Like, your mind should not be on a million different things when you're having sex. Your mind should literally be at ease. When you're with the right partner and y'all are making love and y'all are having that sacred energy exchange, your mind and your heart and your soul will be aligned with your body and you will be at complete ease. It is beautiful. And when you have those orgasms, it's almost like an outer body experience. Like, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. Like, I have outer body experiences with my, like, it's just amazing. And I want everybody to be able to experience that in their own way, okay? Sex is sacred energy exchange. It is a beautiful, amazing thing. I'll do a part 2 on this video just talking about sexual energy for those of you that are celibate, because you can tap into your sexual energy, you know, through masturbation, through just chakra healing. That way you can manifest, and I'm going to be talking about how you can use sex and sexual energy to manifest big, amazing things that you desire into your life. All right, y'all. So this is Rye here with Rise Vibes TV talking about sex, sacred energy exchange. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and like and subscribe and drop a comment down below if you're able to relate to, you know, healing from the negative connotations or healing from the cultural views of sex. And if you have experienced a sacred energy exchange where you were just really, really aligned with your partner, share that experience down below. I'd love to hear that from you. I'm sorry, y'all, that I was so sweaty and just like hot. I just worked out. All right, y'all. Bye.